Welcome to Beyond the Swipe, a look into how we present ourselves in online dating, a podcast for online daters looking to pursue a face-to-face relationship. Not all that long ago, telling your friends or family that you were looking for love via online dating was embarrassing. Online dating was something you did in secret. I know because I was a closet online dater. But this is no longer really the case. Online dating has gone mainstream, and computer-mediated communication theorists have been expressing their interpretation of all its aspects. Whether it's face-to-face dating interaction or a computer-mediated one, the one thing they both have in common is one's self-presentation, or rather the other person's impression of your self-presentation, especially a first impression. There's a reason for the saying, first impressions are everything. Ellison, Henio, and Gibbs say that self-presentation strategies are especially important during relationship initiation, as others will use this information to decide whether to pursue a relationship. So in what way is impression management presented in engaging in online dating? Or in other words, how does one effectively present themselves online in a way that makes a good impression? Sociologist Irving Goffman argues the theory of impression management, which says that people have a desire to influence or control other people's perception of them. Wright and Webb state that highly motivated to create favorable impressions, online daters appear to handle this situation by taking advantage of the affordances of the online world to put their best foot forward. What does this look like in the medium of online dating? Well, for one, some tend to pick only the most flattering pictures of themselves to post, even if those pictures are dated. Many also take the time and advantage of editability to write and rewrite a creative and well-worded profile. And lying is definitely not uncommon. So now that I've talked about how people present themselves in online dating, it's important for single online daters looking to continue a relationship face-to-face should present themselves if they want to maximize their experience. Many of my friends have asked why I don't have more horror stories from online dating, and I think girls' intuition plays a big part in telling the unsavory characters apart from the genuine ones. But also, I believe that I've been successful in representing myself. Do I still post pictures with flattering filters? Yes. But I also make sure I post recent pictures and some pictures that maybe aren't as flattering because I want to be real with my potential future date. I also post some of my general expectations in my profile, such as knowing the difference between words like there, and there. And I uphold my expectations in my own biography and messaging. I do take full advantage of asynchronicity and use a thesaurus when I want to find more appropriate words. But I don't go so far overboard that I wouldn't live up to my online persona in person. I could spend hours talking about my experience with online dating, especially my trials and errors, which I think is why it's important to highlight the things that are not a good idea if one is wanting to turn an online courtship into a face-to-face relationship. It may seem obvious, but lying is probably the #1 no-no of online dating. I'm not talking a little white lie, such as saying you're 5'10" when you're really closer to 5'9". I'm talking about major lies, the kind that can lead to the phenomenon known as catfishing. It can be almost guaranteed that a face-to-face relationship will not blossom if one's self-presentation is composed of multiple lies. In the words of Wright and Webb, given the norms against the deception in online dating profiles, we expect online daters to draw upon their actual self, or the characteristics they currently possess when constructing their self-presentation, and that deception can have catastrophic consequences for relationship development because it undermines trust. As a general rule of thumb in online dating, Wright and Webb said it best. Generally speaking, online daters' desirable image should be flattering and positive, such that it attracts potential mates, but also realistic, such that it makes it possible to develop and sustain relationships. If online daters looking to pursue a relationship offline can successfully perform this balancing act, they will have a more positive experience in the quest for love in the CMC world we live in.